ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। या देवी स्तूयते नित्यं विबुधैर्वेदपारगैः सा मे वसतु जिह्वाग्रे ब्रह्मरूपा सरस्वती। यन्नित्यमानन्दमनन्तमेकं शिवेति नाम्ना श्रुतयो गृह्णन्ति। तस्यावतारो नररूपधारी कृपासुदाब्धिः भुवि रामकृष्णः। रामकृष्णगतप्राणां तन्नाम श्रवणप्रिया तद्भावरञ्जिताकारां जगन्मातृस्वरूपिणि। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयात् इतरतश्चार्थेषविज्ञस्वराड् तेने ब्रह्मकृताय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृतां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। सत्यव्रतं सत्यपरं त्रिसत्यं सत्यस्य योनिं निहितं च सत्ये सत्यस्य सत्यं वृतसत्यनेत्रं सत्यात्मकं त्वा शरणं प्रपन्नाः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। जयति जगति माया यस्य कायाधवस्ते वचनरचनमेकं केवलं चाकलैः ध्रुवपदमपि यातो यत्कृपातो ध्रुवोऽयं सकलकुशलपात्रं ब्रह्मपुत्रं नतोऽस्मि। यस्वानुभावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमदितितीर्षतां तमोऽन्धम् संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां। यस्यात्मभूतस्य गुरोः प्रसादात् अहं विमुक्तोऽस्मि शरीरबन्धात्। सर्वोपदेष्टुः पुरुषोत्तमस्य तस्याङ्घ्रियुग्मं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्। सा श्रद्धदानस्य विवर्धमाना विरक्तिमन्यत्र करोति पुंसः। हरे पदानुस्मृतिर्निर्वृतस्य समस्तदुःखात्ययमाशु धत्ते। तान् शोच्य शोच्यान् अविदोऽनुशोचे हरेः कथायां विमुखानघेन। शिनोति देवो अनिमिषस्तु येषाम् आयुर्वृथा वादगतिस्मृतीनां। तदस्य कौशारव शर्मदातुः हरेः कथाम् एव कथासु सारम् उद्धृत्य पुष्पेभ्यः इवार्तबन्धो शिवाय नः कीर्तय तीर्थकीर्तेः। Vidura Swami asked Maitreya Rishi to describe about the Srishti Sthiti Laya Leela of the Lord, and he wanted to know why this Srishti has come, what is the purpose of this Srishti. For an ordinary person, the entire Jagat happened to be a trouble-making one. It's a troublesome one. Every individual goes through pains and suffering. So why this creation is existing here? What has made the Bhagavan to create such a troublesome one? What is the purpose? What has been the reason for that? Like that, continuously ask question. So entire Vedanta has to be explained. Therefore, Vidura Swami says, tell the essence. Harehe katham eva kathasu saram. If you start describing about Vayu Tattvam and Panchamaha Pranaha, Upapranaha like that, it's a problem for us. So, Kathasu, Harehe Katham Eva Saram. Hari Katha alone is the Saram. Therefore, Naha Shivaya, for our auspiciousness, Kirtaya, Tirtha Kirtehe, sing the glory of the Lord. That means selected portions only you have to tell to me. That is the request. Maitreya Rishi was very happy because Bhagavan Krishna has told, Vidura will come, you have to teach the principles of life, the purpose of life, the means to get rid of samsara. With that expectation, Maitreya Rishi was waiting. When Vidura came, Vidura also asked the same type of questions. So he understood the intention of the disciple. So Maitreya Rishi says, Sadhu Prishtam Tvaya Sadhu Lokan Sadhu Anugrunnata. Sadhu Prishtam Tvaya Sadhu. You are a spiritual seeker. What you asked also is sadhu. The question also is about the spiritual life. Therefore, I am happy. By which question Lokamangalam happens? But there are so many people who go to sadhus and ask unwanted things. I will tell about the leelas of the Lord. Among the leelas, the greatest leela is Srishti Sthiti Laya of the Jagat. So Vedanta talks about Srishti not because it is truth, not because it is completely untruth, but because it appears to be truth. I repeat, Vedanta talks about the Srishti of the Jagat. The very talking is not the proof for that it is truth. Understood? Because Vedanta can talk only truth only. But Vedanta talks Srishti also. So we may take it, since Vedanta talks about Srishti, Srishti is Satyam. Vedanta talks about Srishti not because Srishti is truth. What is truth? That which exists all the 3 periods of time is called truth. Trikale api tishtati iti satyam. So, it doesn't talk just to prove the Srishti is truthful one. But it talks about Srishti to prove that the Srishti is not truthful one. Understood? Why it should prove that Srishti is not true? Because it appears as true and creates problem in the minds of the people. Therefore, in order to remove the suffering of the people, it says, it is not as you think. It is not as you think. If creation is real, truth, then there is no possibility of moksha at all. If everybody knows the creation is untruth, then there is no need for Shastram at all. Understood? If creation is real and truth, there is no utility for Shastra. Because nobody can get rid of samsara. It is truth. If creation is known as untruth, then there is no need for guidebook at all. There is no need for Shastram at all. So there must be one condition for which the Shastram is a requirement, and by which Shastram one can gain the freedom from suffering. What is the condition? Srishti must be untruth, but it is understood as truth. That which is untruth and understood as truth is called apparent truth. Understood? Something is not truth, but you understand as truth. That means what? It appears to you as truth. Like rope appearing as snake. If rope is not at all there, there is no confusion at all. There is no need for torchlight at all, because there is no confusion. If Srishti is Trikala Badidam Asatyam, there is no need for Shastram. If Srishti is Trikala Abadidam Satyam, then also there is no need for Shastram. Understood? So, in Vedanta class, we discussed completely truth means Satyam. Completely untruth means Tucham. You may remember that example, shloka. Mruga Trishnambasi Snataha Kha Pushpa Krita Shekaraha Yesha Vandya Putraha Yati Shasasanga Dhanurdharaha Iti Andhena Drashtaha. Here goes a Vandya Putraha, a son of barren woman, having taken bath in mirage waters, decorated himself with space flowers, holding the bow made up of rabbit horn. Statement is right, but there is no possibility of truth, because rabbit doesn't have horn, there is no space flower, and there is no possibility of taking bath in mirage waters. And there is no possibility of a person existing as son of a barren woman. All the four are impossible things. But you can frame a statement. Who saw this person? Vandyaputra? A blind fellow saw. Who talked about this? A Mukaha. A dumb fellow talked about him. This is called Tucham. Impossible. Trikalayapi Nasti. That is called Tucham. Jagat cannot be categorized in that way. When Vedanta says Jagat Mithya, it doesn't say it never existed. Understood? So when Vedanta denies the Srishti, it denies the Satyatvam of the Srishti. Vedanta denies the Satyatvam of the Srishti, not the experience of the Srishti. When science denies the sunrise, sunset, it doesn't deny the sun at all. Satyatvam of the sunrise it denies. But the experience of sunrise and sunset available in spite of denial of sunrise and sunset by science. Understood? So therefore, the creation is talked nicely in various places, in various ways. Because it is nothing but a story. If a child asks why this tiger has come and disturbed my sleep, mother has to find out a story. Because the tiger is very intimately seen by the questioner. But its existence is not at all possible, known by the mother. Now mother has to find out a story to explain the child, to give comfort to the child temporarily. Understood? Similarly, Shruti Mata also tells varieties of stories. One pattern of story is what? Srishti of Panchabhutas, then Lokas, then Jivas. In Taittiriya Upanishad comes na Tasmat Etasmat Atmana Akasha Sambhutaha Akashad Vayuhu Vayor Agnihi Agner Adya Prithivi Prithivyam Oshadibhyaha Oshadibhyo Nam Annat Purushaha. Purushaha is the end, Jiva. Atmanaha Akasha Sambhutaha, beginning. This is one pattern. Here creation of Panchabhutas. In Chandogya Upanishad, creation of only 3 bhutas. Here in Bhagavatam, creation of 24 cosmic principles are talked. In this context, Maitreya Rishi talks about creation of 24 cosmic principles. Sometimes these cosmic principles are counted as 26, sometimes 33, sometimes 29. Various places these cosmic principles are counted in different way. So here creation of 24 cosmic principles is mentioned. I will not go deep into that because you will get sleep. Here Maitreya Rishi says, Atate Bhagaval Leela Yogamaya Upabhungita Vishwastiti Udbhavan Tartha Varnayami Anupurvashaha Bhagavan Yekaha Asedamagre Atma Atmanam Vibhuhu Atmechaya Anugata Vatma Nana Matyupalakshanaha. Here Maitreya Rishi says, Bhagavad Leela, I am going to explain, Varnayami Anupurvashaha. As I have heard from my teacher, I will tell you. Because there may be so many editions and versions of Srishti, you might have heard already. But whatever I heard from my Gurudev, from my tradition, I am explaining to you. Like that he begins. Bhagavan Yekaha Eva Asa Idam Agre. Idam Agre, before the creation of Srishti, Idam means Srishti. Before the creation of the Srishti, Bhagavan alone existed. So that Bhagavan has brought out his Atma Shakti, which is called as Maya. Sava yesha tada drashta na pashyate drishyame karad mene asantam yivatmanam supta shaktihi asupta drike sava yetasya sandrashtuhu shaktihi sadasadatmika maya nama mahabhaga yayedam nirmame vibhuhu. So Bhagavan has brought out his own Maya Shakti. Then he has projected all the Srishti by his Sankalpa Shakti, which was carried out by his Maya Shakti. How he projected the Srishti? Through the projection of 24 cosmic principles, the Srishti has come to existence. First manifestation from Maya is Mahat Tattvam, that is total karmic tendency, samskaras of the jivas of the previous cycle Srishti. Yatha Purum Akalpayat is a Vedic statement. The principle called cosmic karmic tendency. I told you, what is the purpose of this creation? There is only one purpose. Freedom is the only purpose. To get rid of samsara. The purpose of creation is to get rid of samsara. Freedom is the only purpose. So for that, one should opt. For opting freedom, one should realize that it is dukkhamayam. To realize that it is dukkhamayam, one should go through the experiences which he has desired. To go through those experiences which he has desired, there must be an object of desires. Correct? That karmic tendency, that is vasanas of the jivas, have manifested in the form of Mahat Tattvam. Then from that, cosmic aham, ahankaraha, it is called. Then cosmic intellect, buddhihi. Then cosmic mind, manas. This cosmic mind alone is called as Chaturmukha Brahma in Puranas. Understood? So, Mahat Tattvam, Ahankara, Buddhihi, Manas. Of the Ishvara. Understood? Of the Ishvara. You have to imagine Ishvara has one Ahankara, I exist. Then Buddhi. Then his Manas. Then through these, he is expressing the karmic tendencies of the jivas. Then from there, Pancha Tanmatra has come. 5 subtle elements. When we scratch the matchbox, Agni comes. When we blow up, Agni goes away. But the Agni doesn't go away. It becomes Tanmatra. It goes away from our perception, that's all. It is not destroyed. So, unseeing Pancha Bhutas are called Pancha Tanmatras, 5 elements, Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apaha, Prithivi. These elements have 3 gunas. Sattva part of the Pancha Tanmatras elements have become Pancha Jnanendriya and mind of an individual. Understood? Rajas part of the Tanmatras have become Pancha Karmendriya and Pancha Prana of an individual. Tamas part of the Pancha Tanmatras have become the visible Panchabhutas. Understood? You have to remember like this. Bhagavan, his mind, his intellect, and in that intellect, vasanas. All the 4 put together. From there, Pancha Tanmatras come. 4 plus 5, 9. Okay. You have to divide the Tanmatras into 3. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. From Sattva, 5 Jnanendriya plus mind of the individual. From Rajas, 5 Karmendriya plus Pancha Prana. 5 types of prana of the individual. Then from Tamas part, Pancha Bhutani, visible Pancha Bhutani. So how many have become? You can count in any way. Now you understand what is the reason for difference in counting. So you can count first 4, that is Mahat Tattvam, Ahankara, Buddhi, Manas. Then Pancha Tanmatras 5, 4 plus 5, 9. Then 5, 5, 5. Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya, Pancha Bhutas. So 9 plus 15, 24. You can say another way also. This 24 as it is, plus mind is told na, of the individual, 25. And if you count the 4 functions of the mind, it becomes 28. 24 plus 4, 8. Then you add Pancha Prana, 33. If you take that prana as one entity, 29. Understood? Like that. So it's all calculation. Whatever it may be, these are all explanation for an idiot who wants the reason for the existence of apparent entity. இங்கே ஏன் புலி வந்தது? Why this tiger has come? What to do? You cannot accept when mother says tiger has not come. Na nirodho na chotpattihi na baddho na cha sadakaha. If Vedanta says, you will not accept it. So therefore it has to find out an ingenious method of making you to keep quiet by telling complicated things as the cause. Understood? Why this Srishti has come? What is the actual answer? There is no Srishti. Why it is appearing to me like this? The answer is, I don't know. The answer by Vedanta is what? I don't know. Why I am idiot? I don't know. Why I am ignorant? I don't know. You can choose to be ignorant, or you can choose to be intelligent also. If you want to become intelligent, if you find that you are ignorant, I have the way. But if you ask why I am ignorant, I don't know. It's up to you. Understood? This is the final answer always you have to keep in mind. So in between there are so many segments of people who want to probe into apparent entity. Why it is apparent? Srishti is not absent. Srishti is Atma. Understood? The tiger is the thought. Tiger is the thought. For that thought, who is the substance? The individual. The questioner is the substance. For tiger, who is the substance? Questioner. If the mother says, you appeared as tiger. என்ன கதை விடுறீங்க? Why you are telling stories? How can I appear as tiger? Then mother has to tell story. When she says truth, the child asks, என்ன கதை விடுறீங்க? அதனால என்ன பண்ணணும் அம்மா? கதை விடணும். Understood? Similarly, here also, all these principles came into existence. These principles are not inert principles, they are all devata. When Shastra says, Pancha Tanmatras have come, means Pancha Tanmatra Devatas have come into existence. When Shastra says Indriyas have come, means Indriya Adhisthana Devata have come. So you have to imagine now 24 Devatas standing in front of Ishvara, seeing one another. Because they are seeing, first time they are seeing each other. Okay. One fellow is very hot, another fellow is very cold, another fellow is Vayu Bhagavan, always shaking. One mother is there, Prithvi Devi. So they are seeing, observing each other. It is like a gathering of people, one who has not seen each other, first time gathering. And they have to introduce themselves. So they were having first question, who am I? Why am I here? Then they see the Ishvara's beautiful Prakasha Tattvam. Then they understood maybe he must be the reason for our existence. So they understood, oh, we are all Devata. Because samskara is there. Oh, like that. Then they don't understand how to interact with each other. What is their area of functioning? So therefore, all of them pray to the Ishvara. I have fast forwarded the story. Okay. In between, lot of details are there. If you go by translation, you have to pull your hats. Okay. So here all the Devatas worship the Lord, glorify the Lord. In that glorification, there are beautiful teachings are hidden. That's why this glorification is taken. In the glorification, we come across that the creation of purpose, the purpose of creation is, it is meant to give a conducive atmosphere for the fulfillment of desires of the jiva and for the possibility of desiring new things in the creation. You can add also, not only karma kshayam, karma vruddhi also you can do, and to get experience of both positive and negative, and to decide whether to continue the game or not. If you decide not to continue, then work for freedom from the game. This is the purpose. The stages of these experiences, getting learnings and getting beatings and getting more and more confusion, pains, then at a time clarity of thinking, then desire for freedom, then getting freedom, means for freedom, pramanam for freedom, all those things are all mentioned in this Stuti. So, Devatas glorify the Lord. Deva uchuhu nanamate deva padaravindam prapanna tapopashamata patram yenmulaketa yatayonjasoruhu samsara dukkam bahirukshipanti. He Deva, te padaravindam tapa upashama atapatram. Your lotus feet are the umbrella for quenching the tapam, burning. The person is getting burned by the Surya Shakti. So what he required? He requires an umbrella. So that umbrella is your padara vindam. What is the tapam every jiva goes through? Samsara dukkham. What is the tapam? Samsara dukkham. What do you mean by samsara dukkham? Samyak sarati iti samsari. Pain born out of travel. Pain born out of travel. Travel from one body to another body. While living in one body, traveling one continent to another continent, one country to another country, one town to another town, one street to another street, one house to another house, and in one house also, one room to another room. All the while people are traveling. One loka to another loka, one body to another body. Travel involves pain. So samsara dukkham. How the samsara dukkham is removed by the Lord? Prapannanam samsara dukkha rupa tapa upashama atapatram. When you surrender to that lotus feet, then only you are protected by the Bhagavan. So, yatayaha samsara dukkham bahihi utshipanti. Second qualification. First qualification is surrendering to the Lord. Second qualification is, you must be yati, a man of renunciation. Very logical statement. If you want freedom from the world, you should get rid of its enjoyment. People want enjoyment from the world, but problems they don't want from the world. But what you call enjoyment is problem for another. What you call problem is enjoyment for another. So therefore the world cannot be classified as problematic or enjoyment source. Correct? So therefore Bhagavan is in trouble now. One person says this is the enjoyment. Another person says this is a problem. How to designate it? Whether problem or enjoyment? Not possible. So no object in the creation, no experience in the creation, no person in the creation, no situation in the creation can be designated as problematic or enjoyable. Correct? So therefore, if you want get rid of problem, according to you, you should get rid of enjoyment. So one who renounces the enjoyment portion according to his understanding, if he has renounced that, then only he can ask for freedom from the problematic portion also, because both are sukham, dukkham, manam, apamanam, dvandvas. Dvandvas are two sides of the same coin. Which side of the coin can be designated as the coin? You cannot say that. Similarly, whether this creation is problematic or enjoyable, who will decide? The individual decides. Understood? The very individual himself will change his own opinion. What he considers as enjoyable, he will consider after 1 year problematic. During love affair, he will consider as enjoyable. After marriage, he will consider the same person, same type of experiences as problematic. During love affair, this fellow will be waiting for phone call from the lover. Love got matured, then got into marriage. Then after 1 year, if phone call comes from that number, means he gets irritated. Why? So whether the phone call is designated as enjoyable phone call or problematic, it's all depend upon the individual. Therefore only Bhagavan has no means. If you want, you can be free. It is your perception. You understood now? So therefore, one who surrenders and one who surrenders sincerely. The sincerity is proved by his renunciation capacity. You go and sit inside the bushes and complain that it is pricking. If you are really interested in freedom from pricking, you should not voluntarily go and sit in the bushes. Understood? That is what yatayaha. Understood? Renunciation. By renunciation, you surrender. Or along with renunciation, you surrender. It is very logical. You surrender to a doctor for the freedom from physical ailment. Doctor will tell you have to renounce all those things. No, doctor, that is not possible. Doctor also will tell, Dirghayushman Bhava. So there must be an aspect of renunciation in your search. Whatever may be, if you want something, you have to give up something. As an adolescent boy, he can see so many girls thinking that this may be my life partner, this may be life partner. But once somebody accepted you as life partner, then you renounce all other forms in your mind. Correct? Tyage naike amrutatvamanashuhu, which you consider enjoyable, attained by Tyaga alone. Tyaga of what? Unrelated people. Relationship with unrelatable and unrelated people. That insistence will be there from the accepted person. Similarly, marriage. A person might have gone through so many houses. Ponnu paaka poyirparu. He might have gone to see the bride. So many houses, so many phone calls, so many address books. But once it is fixed and marriage is over, what he has to do? He has to remove all the phone calls from his mobile. Otherwise, trouble will be there in marriage life. Tyage naike amrutatvamanashuhu. Similarly, one who wants to get education, he has to renounce pleasure-seeking tendency. All the while seeing a cinema and a mobile, one cannot learn anything. That is the problem now, which is faced by our modern students. They are given so many entertainment projects and instruments, gadgets, accessible. And at the same time, society wants them to study. Where to study? You cannot study. Similarly, anything worthwhile you want, you have to renounce. Therefore, here you want freedom. Two things you have to do. One is seeking the freedom, source of freedom. Second one is coming out from the source of problem. Very logical. So, one who surrenders to the Lord, renouncing the pleasure-seeking tendency, then they get rid of samsara. They will get moksha. Is the message of this shloka. Dhatar-yadasmin bhava isha jivaha tapatrayena upakhatana sharma atman labante bhagavantavangrihi chayam savidyamata ashrayema. In this shloka, they address Bhagavan. Hey Bhava, hey Isha, hey Dhata, hey Bhagavan, hey Sharma. Beautiful words. Hey Bhava, Jivaha asmin tapatrayena upahata. They are troubled. All the jivas are troubled by tapatrayam. What are the tapatrayam? Trivida tapatrayam means three types of suffering. What are they? You know that. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika. Suffering born out of one's own action. We are the cause of our own suffering. And in fact, we are the only cause of our own suffering. Present cause, past cause. Adhyatmika tapam means present cause. Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika are past cause. Otherwise, why the neighbor, Adi Bhautikam, neighbor, troubles us? There are so many good neighbors for other people. Adi Bhautikam means what? Neighbors. Not next door neighbor. Inside the house, who comes in the form of father, mother, brother, sister, all are neighbors only. From the Jiva standpoint, all are neighbors only. So, the family members are troublesome because of what? Your karma. And Shani Devata, Vayu Devata, Guru Devata, so many other Navagrahas are there. They are all having enmity towards you. You think, na, why they should have enmity towards you? Please tell. Your karma. So, Adhyatmika tapam is present reason. Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, Tapani are past reason. So, you are the reason. your actions, your attitudes, your convictions, your thought process, your words, your behavior, everything is the reason. But they don't know. None of us can accept it. No one will accept. We will nod our head. What is the proof for non-acceptance? We asked already, okay, past Janma karma is the cause for my present suffering. What was the cause for suffering in past Janma? We asked. Then we ended with one question. When did first started? Correct? That means what? Non-accept. But that is a fact. But we don't accept also. Okay. How to escape? Sa vidya vina atman na labhante. Without knowledge, you won't get his Atma Darshanam. Without knowledge, you won't get his Atma Darshanam. That means what? Whatever Darshanam he is having now is not Atma Darshanam. Whatever opinion we have about ourselves, none of them is truth about ourselves. I told you, na, you cannot frame one statement, truthful statement about you, except one word. I am. I am is a statement. I is a word. Other than these two, you cannot have any statement about yourself as a truthful statement. That means what? All the statements which we say about ourselves is the proof for absence of Atma Darshanam. Uttishtate, Jagrate, when Shastra says, whom it can be addressed? Please get up, be awareful. To whom it can be addressed? Only to a sleeping fellow. Understood? Similarly, Atma Jnanam is meant for whom? Only for an ignorant person. The very existence of the Shastram is the proof for ignorance of the individual Srishti. Therefore, Ataha Tavangri Chayam Ashrayema Vidyam Vina Atma Na Labhate. I won't see myself without Vidya. Therefore, in order to get that Vidya, I surrender to you. It is like without Vidya, a dog cannot recognize its own reflection. You may remember that example of a dog entering a room with a lot of mirrors. As even it entered, what is the immediate reaction from the dog? Only barking. Barking, fighting, dashing, and finally death. Same room, the master of the dog, the human being enters, he finds his beauty from all sides. What is the difference here? Not the experience, but the knowledge. This also me. That is the knowledge. So every jnani has this knowledge. This also me. Sarvosmi iti manyante. You understood now? That is why he doesn't have any attraction nor aversion towards anything, any being in the creation. Samadarshi. Understood what is the meaning of Samadarshi? One who sees the Samatva entity in all forms. This also me. If a dog argues, suppose, you have to imagine the situation. Dog was bleeding and fallen in the room. The master goes inside, hey idiot, why you barked unnecessarily, fought with your own reflection, it's all you only. When he says, suppose, if the dog asks, how it is possible? How can I become 24 dogs? Huh? If it is me, then why from backside I am seeing? Only I should see front side. Some reason it gives. From backside also same. If I see like this, my tail is backside and turn like this, again tail goes opposite side. These are all not acceptable. Suppose you get what to do? You have to imagine like this. Time pass. Ataha tava angri chayam ashrayema. Oh Bhagavan, give us some sanity. What is the message of this shloka? The message is Atmajnanam is the only means for moksha. Understood? You gain knowledge, you are free. Whatever siddhis and other powers you get, you are not going to be free. This is a statement of Shastram. To be free, to be fulfilled, to fulfill all your desires, only one way, self-knowledge. You understood that you are the self, and all the experiences of all the jivas becomes your experience. So, Oshnute sarvan kaman saha simultaneously experiences all the pleasures. How it is possible? Physically not possible. Philosophically, he understands what is me. Same me alone in the form of Indra also, Chaturmukha Brahma also, Rakshasa also, everything also. So therefore, in order to get Atmajnanam, O Bhagavan, yatayaha sa vidyam vina na atman labante ataha tavangri chayam ashrayema. We also bow down to you. Ashrayema means we bow down to you. Marganti yatte mukha padmanidaihi chandasu parnaihi rishayo vivikte yasyagamarshod saridvaraya padam padam tirthapatah prapannaha. Your holy feet is the embodiment of purity. Angri Padmam is an umbrella for the suffering people. The same Angri Padmam is the source of knowledge. Being the source of knowledge, it is the source of moksha. How Lord's feet are the source of knowledge is explained here. Your Angri Padmam is the embodiment of purity because from you only Veda has come. Veda Pramanam has come, and that Pramanam to be useful means you need a Guru Parampara. The Guru Parampara has come, and that Guru Parampara should have a knowledge content in their mind, assimilated knowledge content. If the teacher doesn't have the knowledge content in his mind as assimilated one, what is the condition? Modern day school condition only. Syllabus is there in the book. It passes through board. From board to notebook of the student. From the notebook of the student, it goes to the exam paper written by the student. Then finally mark is given, degree is given. Nothing is entered inside of anybody. The answer sheet also nowadays verified by machines. Machines only verify, Big exams are there, na? They don't see whether you have arrived at answer properly or not. Okay. You have to mark out of these 4 answers. One answer is you have to mark. The marks are read by machines, computerized. No human mind in learning and teaching process. So, Te Padam Tirtha Padam, your holy feet is the embodiment of purity because it is the source of Veda Pramanam and Guru Parampara, Rupa Jnana Ganga and Jnana Rupa Tirtham. That is why sadhus who have purified their mind surrender to you in order to get Atma Jnanam. Te Mukha Padmanidaihi Chandasuparnaihi Yadu Marganti Tat Padam Rishayaha Prapannaha. Why they come to you, because you have a honey called Jnanam. Chandasuparnaihi. The Chandas means Vedam. Mukha Padmanidaihi. From your own mouth it has come. Yad Marganti. The path which is told by the Veda Pramanam, which was followed by the Rishis, they surrender to you in order to get the ultimate knowledge. What is the message of this shloka? Veda Pramanam is the only means for knowing the Lord. Shastra Yonitvat. No other Pramanam is possible in revealing the nature of the self. Nature of the Lord means which Lord? The Lord who is in the form of the student, ignorant student. Understood? Tattvamasi is available only in Veda Shastra. That is why the culture, the society, the religion which doesn't have Vedam as their source of knowledge cannot have this knowledge. And it is a blasphemy, in fact, in other cultures and other religions. So, Vedam is the only pramanam in knowing the real nature of the individual, Srishti, and the Creator. What is the knowledge told by the Veda Pramanam? Tattvamasi. Like mother telling to the child, it is you, my dear. Tiger, it is you. Road, it is you. Running action, it is you. The person who chased me, it is you. The suitcase which I was holding on, it is you. Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. Understood? So, Marganti yette Mukapadma nidaihi Chandas-suparnaihi rishayaha viviktehe Yasya Agamarshoda Saridvarayaha Padam Padam Tirtha Patha Prapanna. Sadhus are coming to you in order to get this. Yakshraddhaya Srutavatya cha Bhaktya Samridyamani Hridaye Vadhaya Jnanena Vairagya Balena Dhira Vrajema Tattengri Saroja Pidam. Yede Angri Saroja Pidam. It is a lotus feet with lotus as the Pidam. Shraddhaya Sutavatya Bhaktya Samridyamani Hridaye Avadharya. When it is meditated, glorified, sung about your glory with all devotion, they attain Vairagya. Glorification of the Lord leads for Vairagya. What is the logic? Glorification of the worldly object led to desire for worldly objects. Life boy vidamo, arogyama vidame. Where life is there, health is there. This advertisement is in my mind very strongly. Because childhood advertisement. So I went and purchased Life Boy soap because I want to be a healthy man. So worldly advertisement gives worldly desires. Glorification of the Lord removes the worldly desires. Understood? So all our desires are heard. That's why Bhadram Karne Vishrunuyama Deha. What we hear, we should be very careful. Shrotavyacha Sutasyacha. There are so many things which can be heard and which are available for hearing. But if you go to hear all those things, Govinda, Govinda. That is why we should be very selective in feeding the ears through proper food. Not only feeding the mouth, feeding the eyes and feeding the ears, we should be very careful. And in this internet world, every idiot speaks. Yes, there are listeners for every idiot in the form of likes, followers. Whether others follow or not, you speak properly. Whether others accept or not, you hear only proper thing. What is proper thing? That which removes the suffering is called proper thing. You find out which removes the suffering. Only Bhagavad Bhakti, Bhagavad Shraddha, glorification of the Lord alone remove the suffering. It gives Vairagyam. Dhiraha Vairagya Balena Jnanena Vrajanti. I have to say, enough, I don't need. Then only the mind is turned this side. So what is the teaching here? Devotion to the Lord, glorification of the Lord, hearing the Nama Sankirtanam of the Lord leads to purity of mind. Leads to purity of mind. Purity of mind means what? Absence of ragadvesha. Absence of ragadvesha means what? Absence of likes and dislikes. Absence of likes and dislikes means what? Absence of tagging something as likable and something as dislikable. You are branding it. Understood? What you like may not be liked by others. You like brinjal. Imagine a household wherein father likes only brinjal. What will happen? Fight will happen. They will go even to the diverse condition. Only brinjal. Daily brinjal. Or potato. So what you tag is liked by you. What you like is disliked by you. So the same object becomes troublesome for you. Same person becomes troublesome for you. Same situation becomes troublesome for you. Same experience becomes troublesome for you. So absence of branding is equal to absence of problem. That is why I always tell to the children, don't say I don't like this food item, I don't like this fruit. Never say. If you tag you don't like, that will confuse. Because Bhagavan, nature has found out one means to pull you. Some children don't like papaya, some children don't like apple. So I tell to the children, never tag any food item as dislikable. Because if there is a prarabdha that you have to suffer, Bhagavan will use this fruit to give you suffering. You are giving chavi to that fruit to give you trouble. So what is the way? No branding. Agade swagatam kuryat gachantam na nivarayat. Vandingla, vango. Please come. Today what has arrived in my plate? Bitter gourd. No problem. Quantity matters. Konjama kudko. This we learned from elders. They will never say no. So they will tell a little, they will tell. Little means what? Either that doesn't suit their health or it doesn't suit their intellect. So, purity is achieved by Bhagavan Nama Sankirtanam, which helps a person to stop branding the creation. And by stopping branding the creation, one is relatively free from the troubles of the creation. More we will see in the next class. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Tadeva Ramyam Ruchiram Navam Navam Tadeva Shashvan Manaso Mahotsavam Tadeva Shokarnam Shochanam Rina Yaduttama Shloka Yashonugiyate Gopika Jivana Smaranam Govinda Govinda.
Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Harim Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallavam Janaki Nayakam Ramachandram Bhaje Janaki Nayakam Ramachandram Bhaje. Achyutam Keshavam Satyabhamamadhavam Madhavam Sridharam वल्लभायाचितायात्मने कंसविध्वंसिने वंशिने ते नमः कंसविध्वंसिने वंशिने ते नमः कृष्ण गोविन्द हे राम नारायण श्रीपते वासुदेवादित श्रीनिधे अच्युतानन्द हे माधवाधोक्षज द्वारकानायक द्रौपदी रक्षक द्वारकानायक द्रौपदी रक्षक राक्षस शोभित सीतया शोभितो दण्डकारण्यभूपुण्यत्राकारणः लक्ष्मणेनान्वितो वानरैः सेवितो अगस्त्य सम्पूजितो राघव पातु माम् अगस्त्य सम्पूजितो राघव पातु माम् धेनुकारिष्टकारिष्टकृद्वेषिहा केशिहा कंसर्वंशिकावादकः पूतनाकोपगसूरजाकीर्णो बालगोपालक पातु मां सर्वदा बालगोपालक पातु मां सर्वदा विद्युद्योधः प्रस्फुरद्वाससं प्रावरं बोधवत् प्रोल्लसत् विग्रहं वन्द्ययामालया शोभितो सस्थलं लोहिताङ्ग्रद्वयं वारिजाक्षं ध्वजे लोहिताङ्ग्रद्वयं वारि